Welcome back to Alrighty English. I'm Augustine. In this video, I'll continue talking about idioms that are used on Breaking Bad. I also have a slang word for you, and at the end, I have a little surprise for you. Um, I do want to give you a word of caution. This video might contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen season 5, episode 9 and 12, just be aware that I might ruin some things for you. Very quickly, I want to go over the episode names. So, episode 9 is titled Blood Money. Blood money is money that was obtained by killing somebody or doing something very evil, something very bad. And the title of episode 12 is Rabid Dog. Uh, if you are a rabid dog, you are a dog who has rabies. Rabies is a very serious disease that mammals get. Alrighty, let's get to it. So here we have Walter White in his bathroom, and at this point, his cancer has come back, and he is experiencing severe symptoms. He is throwing up, and once he finishes throwing up, he soon realizes that he is um, unable to find a very important book titled um, Leaves of Grass, written by Walt Whitman. And he begins to become nervous, and he hopes that this very important book will show up. And show up means to appear. If you lose something and you want it to appear again or you want to find it, you can say, I hope that it will show up, or I want it to show up. And keep in mind, show up does have different meanings, but I want to stick to the one used in the TV show. And now I want to take a look at the dialogue in which this idiom is used so you can see how to use it organically. So in this dialogue, you have Walter talking to his wife, Skylar. And again, he's going to ask her about the very important book. Have you seen Leaves of Grass? Hmm, my book, Walt Whitman, dark green hardcover. I didn't even know you had that. Hmm, you think Junior? You're kidding, right? Well, it'll show up. A couple of things I want to go over. Leaves of Grass is the name of the book that is missing, and the author is Walt Whitman. And if you look at initials, right? For example, my initials are AD. My first name starts with an A. My last name starts with a D. Here, the initials for Walt Whitman are WW, and the initials for Walter White are WW. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. If we go to the end of this dialogue, we see that Walter um, hopes that the book will appear again, right? He wants the book to reappear. And his wife doesn't really know anything about the book. She's even surprised about the fact that he had this book. So again, show up means to appear. If you lose something, you want it to show up. You want it to appear. Moving on, let's go to a different idiom. So in this picture, we have a psychologist talking to a very um, worried person, or I suppose the person is worried. And what's happening in this episode is that Marie has found out that Walter White and Heisenberg are actually the same person. And she's having trouble dealing with it, right? She's having trouble coping with the fact that her brother-in-law is one of the biggest drug dealers in New Mexico. So she has very evil thoughts um, on her mind. And what she does, she goes to her psychologist so she can talk things over. And let's take a look at the idiom, right? In the ballpark, right? If something is in the ballpark, it's approximately right. It's roughly correct. Like you take a guess and you want to know if the guess was good or not. Now let's look at the dialogue in which this idiom was used. I can't sleep. I'm not eating. Last night I was online for 6 hours looking up untraceable poisons. This close family friend had been keeping a secret from you and Hank, and somehow this person's secret became known, and now you're sad and hurt and angry. I'm I'm in the ballpark, right? I'm approximately right. Right? Am I kind of correct? Am I correctly understanding the message that you're trying to convey? I'm approximately right. So again, in the ballpark, it's a very useful idiom. You will hear this in TV shows. The thing that you want to remember within the ballpark is that we're using it as an adverb, and you always have to say in the ballpark, right? In the ballpark. You cannot say a ballpark. Okay, so here is the slang that I want to teach you. Shrink, right? If you call someone a shrink, or if you go see a shrink, you are seeing a psychologist, right? So shrink is slang for psychologist. And here we have one of the greatest psychologists, one of the greatest shrinks to have ever lived, Sigmund Freud. Okay, I said that at the beginning of this video, I told you that I had a surprise, and here it is. Um, we're going to call this part of the video the mistake of the day. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a sentence, and there's going to be a mistake in the sentence, and your job is to find a mistake and to fix the mistake. So the sentence is, even I studied for the exam, I got an F. So where's the mistake? You tell me. How, you might ask? Just write the correct sentence in the comment box and try to be the first one to get this to fix this mistake. Well, thank you so much for spending some time with me. I really appreciate it. I look forward to reading your fixed sentences. Until next time, this is Augustine. Alrighty then.